Guys, it's maybe 6 months down the road post discard with the narcissist. Maybe it's a year, maybe it's more. You're finding it really, really hard to break the spell or the hold the narcissist has over you. You feel like nobody knows you better than that narcissist, and you just can't see yourself being interested in anybody else or actually moving forward. Let's get into this because there is a way to move forward more quickly and to break the spell. It seems like a spell that the narcissist has a hold over you. Thank you for visiting the channel. Welcome to NarcsCon, and let's get into it. Please bear with me just in the beginning. I'm going to put the end into some kind of context first of all so that it makes perfect sense. Hopefully, that's the idea. So we get into a relationship with a narcissistic individual or someone who has narcissistic personality disorder. And initially, in the love bomb stage, the narcissist really seems to admire our personality and our identity and who we are as a person, and focuses on a lot of positive affirmation, some more than others. You may not have had a hugely admiring love bomb, you may have had just a milder introduction, but it is at this stage that the narcissist will affirm you, and it's very enticing, the feelings that you're getting in the love bomb stage with the narcissist, and it's very bonding and it's very confidence building. So you're kind of going at different stages in this phase. Woo, 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 like whoopee, this is amazing. I feel great. I feel like my best self, the best version of myself, and I don't want this to end. This is my future. This is everything I've waited for. This is the one, and I will do everything I can in my power to keep this going. So, slowly, as we get to the pinnacle of our confidence and the positivity in the relationship, the narcissist will start to knock us because they're going, hey, buddy, you need to get off your high horse because you're not all that great. Because remember, the narcissist needs to be the one that shines. Your self-agency needs to diminish so the narcissist can control you better and use you for narcissistic supply. So they're kind of at this stage, no, we're not having this. You aren't that great. And let's redefine your role in the shared fantasy. So the shared fantasy is you and the narcissist together and what they expect from you in the relationship. So they're going to, once they have you hooked, they're going to place you in a role. And they're going to basically groom you into the negative side of who you would self-doubt yourself to be, who you would maybe worry that you were. They're going to feed into the negative things you've told them that maybe other people have done to you. And they're going to reaffirm that self-doubt within you in order to control you and use you in the role that they've set for you. So we've covered in so many of the videos the various manipulations that narcissists use to bring you under control, to have you doubting yourself more, to have you pumping out supply more, to isolating you from other people, to basically having more power over you. So they're grooming you like a director in a film. They're grooming you into the role in the relationship that suits them. And they're basically, with the gaslighting, etc., telling you who you are. And it's the negative version of yourself. It's the version of yourself that you always doubt. Before you had the confidence, before the relationship built you up, and gave you the confidence to be the best version of yourself. So this is slowly changing, and this is often why we allow it to change. It's very subtle. And we become, in effect, less colourful. We become, in effect, who the narcissist needs us to be because we're trying to maintain the fantasy of the beginning of the relationship and get back to that feeling we had in the beginning of the relationship and trying to remember the person we were then. But the narcissist has slowly worked on making us a shell of ourselves, making us not exist, because our existence and our boundaries and our needs as an individual interfere with the narcissist pumping the supply out of you and interfere with the narcissist's level of control over you. So we're getting to the point of how you can break the narcissist spell over you, but this is just the context that I need to go through with you so you fully understand. So now the narcissist it's coming to the end of the relationship. There's a huge big devaluation of you. The narcissist is concentrating more and more on your perceived negative points and negative points that you don't actually own, but the narcissist has deemed attachable to you for the role in the relationship, that your role in the relationship or the shared fantasy that you're in with the narcissist. The narcissist then reaffirms the version of you that they've made, this negative version of you that is not you, and dumps you with the discard. And you are left actually not knowing who you are, not remembering anything about your true real identity, and very confused. And you actually feel that the narcissist's validation being taken away from you leaves you totally discombobulated and wondering about how you can possibly survive on your own with everything, all your inner resources having been nearly handed over to the narcissist in the grooming process of the relationship. So you're left really wondering, who am I? The narcissist has basically, more or less, psychologically and spiritually, sucked your identity out of you. And this is what keeps a lot of us attached to the narcissist, looking for them to come back, thinking that we're never going to be able to survive without them, and also thinking that no one else is ever going to make us feel the way the narcissist did, or no one else is ever going to understand us or know us the way the narcissist did. And there's a whole lot of stuff going on here. There's the familiar energy of the narcissist that we identified maybe from our early childhood, that narcissist carried that same type of dynamic, that same type of energy. The narcissist has psychologically groomed you to believe their version of you, and that they know you better than anybody else, that they know your bad side, that they know all those secrets about you, and that they still kind of have this bonded, energetic relationship with you, that only they understand you in the way that anybody could possibly understand you, if that makes sense. So that they know you better than yourself, because they've created a new version in the relationship of your identity and who you are. So here we go with the solution. Understanding this, that the identity you brought into the relationship was the identity you'd created to that point for yourself. That was part of your own thoughts about who you were, and it was part of taking on other people's version of who you were. In the relationship, the narcissist wiped out all that and replaced that with the narcissist's version of who you are or were. Some of it with which you agreed, because your self-doubt and inner critic said maybe what they say is true, and perhaps there is validity in what they say, and the other part would have said, that's absolute projection, that's not me at all. But you're coming to the stage where you're 6 months down the road and you still feel that energetic spiritual bond to this person who seems and told you they knew you better than anybody could possibly know you before, then, or after. If you want to break that spiritual bond, you first of all understand what actually happened with your identity in the relationship. that it's actually an illusion, that the narcissist has given you a new identity that you were groomed into accepting to a certain extent in the relationship. That now, if you are very defined and definite about working on who you want to be as a person, who you are, what your moral value is, what you feel about how you want to live your life, what focus you put on you, and you take small steps towards becoming that person that you believe you actually are at a soul level, at a deep soul level. The more you work on the true version of who you are as a person, the further away you fly from that energetic bond that the narcissist seems to still have over you. And this is how it works. You know, when a narcissist will say, do a hoover or contact you, say 6 months or a year down the road after the relationship is broken up, if you've done the work on the real version of you, the narcissist will come in maybe and say something to you like what they used to say in the relationship. Maybe it'll usually be some type of critique in with the hoover, midi love bomb, or whatever way they hoover you. And it'll often be something like, you are oversensitive after all. Or, you do have to watch that part of yourself after all. Having done the work on your identity and reestablishing a firm belief about the person you are and the person you want to be and become and strive to be, and your values, that will totally blow your mind in relation to what are they talking about? How dare they say something like that about me? That is their version of me. That is their version that they decided should be the reality of my role in the relationship. And it's a version that they've given a lot of their exes, a lot of their ex sources of supply. The narcissist never knew you from the beginning of the relationship to the middle of the relationship to who you are now. So they're banking on you still being caught in the illusion and in the role that they had assigned to you, and still being basically trauma bonded and spiritually bonded and bonded at a soul level. And this is where the narcissist misses the point entirely. And once you know what's going on, and once you've been working on the version of you that you know you are and want to be, the narcissist has not got a chance of maintaining the I know you better than anyone else, and when I post on social media, you'll understand what I mean. There's a hidden message in that for you that nobody else will get. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about, guys. They have formed this kind of a sixth sense about you and them, and it's a reality bubble that's floating around, just like when you blow bubbles out of a canister. If you touch the bubble, it bursts. This is the way you can burst the spiritual energetic bubble that the narcissist has tried to keep you in and falsely believes that you will stay in. Because remember, they don't know that you're going to. First of all, they may not know they're a narcissist themselves. They know what they do is wrong. They know that they cause problems to people, but they may not be a self-aware narcissist. Most narcissists aren't. Secondly, they don't know that you have educated yourself on what happened to you in the relationship. And thirdly, they don't know who you are now. They never knew who you really were. They decided who you would be. So when they pull the cons and the games that they used to pull in the relationship on you with the gaslighting and assuming that you were still in the role that they'd assigned to you, and find out that they haven't a clue how to control you anymore. There's nothing that they can say that you need from them anymore, because you're giving yourself the validation that you need, because you are firm in the belief of who you are, what your values are, where you want to be, what type of people you don't want to associate with any longer. And it really blows your mind, because you see the narcissist as a mental health patient, and you really have redefined and actually helped yourself in a lot of ways post-narcissistic abuse, because you get a very firm view of who you are and what you want. And you won't let that go again so easily when another narcissist comes along. So guys, I hope that that is explained in some way. How you can break the narcissist's hold over you. Keep working on it if you feel, I understand now, Paula, but I still feel that energetic hold. Keep working on breaking it. I promise you. Another 3 months, another 6 months down the road, that narcissist calls you, you'll just go, the bubble will burst and you'll be totally free. Thanks, guys, for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I will see you again very shortly.